There's a game that's been cast into hell that we're all familiar with. Action 52 on the Sega Mega Drive or Genesis. But is this as bad as everyone says it is? Let's have a little look.
Action 52 is well known to gamers across the world as probably the shittest game in existence, with the NES version retailing for $200, but here is the Genesis version where you might expect, with it being 16-bit, it's going to be half as crap and the graphics being twice as good. You get a little guide at the start to show you which games are easy to hard, with the colour chart representing the difficulty. Beginner, games are green. Intermediate, games are purple. Expert, games are yellow. Challenge, games are white, and multiplayer games are blue. As the title states, there are 52 games on this cartridge, and they are all displayed in a list numbered 1 to 54. The extra 2 are the music demo and the randomizer that chooses a game for you. Let's look at the first action game. Go Bonkers. This is just a game that's been done to death, a bit like Crisp Ball on the Supervision console. You are a coloured ball that must hit each tile to remove it. Hitting the coloured brushes will change your ball colour so you can take out the corresponding tile. But it's not just natural momentum that keeps the ball going, you can actually control its movements. Not a bad game, but not gripping either. Number 2 is Dark Sign. Now this title makes it look promising, but don't get too excited, it's crap. You control a small spaceship, a bit like asteroids when you rotate and accelerate forward. You must shoot and destroy all of the craft on the screen. But they aren't the problem here. Touch the wall and you're a goner. This is far too frustrating even to bother with. Number 3 is Dino Tennis. Well, I thought I was the bottom player, but it turns out you're the top one. But this doesn't matter because it's a 2-player only game, so that's not going to happen. Looks shit anyway. Number 4 is Ooze.
You never know, this could be like the Ooze on the Mega Drive.
It is bollocks. It kind of looks like the original Duke Nukem but less playable. You play some green guy with a gun. I'm assuming you collect all the keys and end the level. Well, that's easier said than done as everything kills you. You can't jump and shoot, which is a major issue. It's just really bad. Number 5 is Starball. This is a pinball game that looks piss poor. Even the Master System could do better than this. Controls seem to be okay, but the ball just passes through the flippers.
Level 1.
How can you play a pinball game when the main function of a pinball table doesn't work? It's like having a tennis racket with no strings. Fuck off.
Number 6 is Sidewinder. This looked okay on startup, a bit like an 8-bit afterburner, but it lacks everything. You wait for jets or missiles to come towards you, and then you shoot them. That's okay for a decent game, but you have to wait ages for them to appear. One hit and you're dead. Number 7 is Daytona.
Ooh, this could be like a 16-bit Daytona USA.
Wrong, this is a mess. Again, it barely passes an 8-bit game and controls badly. You have to change gear from low to high with the A button, but you have to accelerate with the C, which means you have to let go of accelerate to change up, or use your left hand to press A. Again, one-hit deaths here, and when they are spread out across the track, you don't stand a chance. Number 8 is 15 Puzzle. This is the most basic pile of gibbon shit so far. It's a game of moving tiles so you put the numbers in order. Not only is this wank, but you have a 5-minute time limit. Get fucked. Number 9 is Sketch. This is Etch-a-Sketch basically. You can change the colour of your pens and that's it. Number 10 is Star Duel. This is effectively Dark Sign, but against a second player. That's it. It's a bit like combat tanks on the Atari 2600, but in space.
Level 2.
Number 11 is Haunted Hills. This looked interesting again, but soon turns into shit. You look like some caretaker with fire as a weapon. You must collect all the crystals in the stage, which is pretty challenging. One hit kills again ruin this game. Number 12 is Alfredo. You must run and collect the various items that fall out of the cauldron. Collect a sausage and it's game over. Number 13 is the Cheetah Men. Platform games don't get much worse than this. You are one of the Cheetah Men and you need to jump and kick your way through every level. Easier said, as when you touch a bad guy, you die. Number 14 is Skirmish. This is a 2-player strategy game which looks awful. Again, it requires 2 players, so I couldn't get anywhere with it. Not that I would want to anyway. Number 15 is Depth Charge. You control a boat on the surface of the water, and you must shoot mines down below to destroy the submarines. You must avoid any projectiles they send your way. Number 16 is Mind's Eye. This reminds me of Minesweeper on Windows, and I had no idea how to play that, and this isn't any different. Numbers appear when you press on a tile or blank space, and if you're unlucky, then you'll hit an explosive one. Number 17 is Alien Attack. This is a side-scroller where you're a guy who shoots aliens that attack you. This is very basic and boring. The foreground gets in the way so you can't see anything. Then it got to the point where nothing showed up. Number 18 is Billy Bob. This is a shooting alley game, a bit like the one of the levels from Back to the Future 3 on the Mega Drive. Aim your crosshairs at the bad guys and shoot. You have a limited amount of ammo, so try to keep to 1 bullet per enemy. There's no scenery change either when you get to the next level.
Level 1. Level 1.
Number 19 is Sharks. This looks a bit like a section from Jaws on the NES, but believe it or not, it's far worse. You just sit there firing harpoons at sharks. They won't attack you unless you are in line with them. If you do get hit by them, then you'll get mashed up into a pile of guts. It's literally like shooting fish in a barrel, but far less entertaining. Number 20 is Knockout. This is the boxing game. It's a 2-player only, so it may have a little bit going for it. There's no health meter, just keep punching until the other guy falls down. Number 21 is Intruder. Well, fuck me, these games are getting worse. You must run through a maze and shoot any robots that stand in your way. Touch the sides and you're dead meat. It's a case of find the right path and wait for the end to pop up. I couldn't be arsed trying. Number 22 is Echo.
Maybe this is an Echo the Dolphin ripoff.
I think I'd prefer it if it was. This is just Simon, but far worse. If that's even possible. Just memorise the order of the lights that flash up and then type them in. Number 23 is Freeway. This is just Frogger but with a dog. I'm guessing the objective is to get the ball on the other side and do the same on the way back. The only entertaining bit is when you get hit by a car. You get reduced to mush. Number 24 is Mousetrap. You're a mouse who must collect all the cheese without running into a cat. And that's the only thing that will kill you, if you run into them. They won't come for you.
Complete.
Number 25 is Ninja.
Please be something like Ninja Gaiden.
Oh no, of course not. Why would anyone try to make a similar game to Ninja Gaiden or Shinobi? You just run to the right and occasionally shoot a shuriken at another ninja. These fuckers won't hurt you unless they throw something back. And look where it positions your character, more than 3/4 to the right of the screen. Number 26 is Slalom. This wouldn't be too bad if it had some objectives to complete, but there is nothing. Just don't hit the trees and you're done. Number 27 is Dauntless. This is a side-scrolling shooter where you fly a plane and will shoot other planes. The only challenge here is the fucking clouds that cover most of the screen so you can't see what you're doing. Number 28 is Force 1. This is a vertical shooter, and that's it. There's barely any challenge or incentive to carry on. There's also a random object that I thought was a power-up, but it just kills you, and and you can't kill it.
Level 1.
Number 29 is Spidey. No, it's not an Atari style Spider-Man. It's a spider's web and you are a spider that must collect all the flies and avoid all the deadly spiders. Number 30 is Appleseed. You play as some old git with a knackered back trying to catch apples that fall. You must only collect the red ones. Collect a green one and you see your arse and stamp about, just like in real life.
Level 1.
Number 31 is Skater. Maybe a bit like Skate or Die, but it's mainly die. If you like jumping over dead cats and radios, then this is for you. Number 32 is Sunday Drive.
Well, maybe we might get some arcade racing action. I mean, even 8-bit systems had good arcade races. Maybe not.
I keep looking at the Segaville next exit sign and pray there is an exit to leave this shitty. Number 33 is Star Evil. Another vertical shooter where you must avoid everything. Very, very bland. Number 34 is Air Command. It's a vertical shooter where you move down the screen instead of up. Again, very bland and it looks ugly as fuck. Number 35 is Shootout. This is an alley shooter where you shoot everything in front of you. There isn't much of a challenge here, and you can only shoot the line at the bottom. Number 36 is Bombs Away. You are a soldier that's running for his life from falling bombs. You can jump, but there's actually no need to do so. Number 37 is Speedboat. This isn't Bimini Run, so don't expect anything more. It's an overhead racer where you must avoid objects and opponents. Number 38 is Dead Ant. This is a static shooter where you must fire what looks like blood at other bugs. There are larger bugs that will appear that you can't kill and you must avoid. Number 39 is G-Fighter, another side-scrolling shooter that's the same boring space background and you must shoot stuff. Number 40 is Man at Arms. No, it's not the guy from He-Man, it's some lonesome prick trying to defend his castle. Fire arrows at your enemies to kill them. Let one of them get to the door and you wave a white flag. Number 41 is Norman. You control a tank and shoot everything that comes onto the screen. Watch out for the men in uniform, as one touch from them and they will fuck your tank right up. Number 42 is Armour Battle. This is the same as Norman, but it's a 2-player. Shoot the opposition to win the game. Number 43 is Magic Bean. You must climb up the beanstalk while trying to avoid falling objects. Get hit and you're fucked. Number 44 is Apache, another vertical shooter where you control a helicopter across boring scenery. But watch out for the rocks in the scenery as they will kill you too. Not that it's obvious until you fly into one. Number 45 is Paratrooper. Here you play as a guy that shoots android type films. The sound is hideous and so is the game. Number 46 is Sky Avenger. This is a bit like Choplifter, except it's barely playable. It's the same scenery as Bombs Away, but you must shoot anything that flies towards you. Number 47 is Sharpshooter. You play as a cowboy that shoots any weird looking objects that come down the screen towards you. Number 48 is Meteor. Another static vertical shooter where you control a spaceship that shoots meteors that fall down. I don't know why there's a city in the background the way it is. It would look far better if it showed the city from a bird's eye perspective. Number 49 is Black Hole. This is something you'd expect to find on one of those cheap handheld consoles for a couple of quid. It's a bad shooter with a terrible moving background. Number 50 is The Boss. You play as some gangster lizard, I assume, where you must climb ladders on buildings to shoot all the other gangsters. Number 51 is First Game. This is Pong. And you may think this is shit for the system it's on, but let me tell you, this is the best game on here. It may only be 2-player, but it's far more fun than any other game on the system. It's as basic as you'd expect, and there isn't any hideous backgrounds or character sprites. Number 52 is Challenge. This will have you play every game on the hardest level. If you've got hours of your life to waste playing every shitty game on the cart, then more power to you. So that's all 52 games, every single one a pile of shit that has no replay value at all. The graphics are worse than what 8-bit systems are capable of. The sound is terrible, although some of the music is actually passable. All the games start with the same crappy box that has the game name, score and lives. This doesn't make them look like they are their own unique games. None of the games have an on-screen display like every other game in existence. People want to see the score as they go, or how many items they have collected, or little maps in the corner of the screen. This does none of that. There's no incentive in any of the games to want to progress further. The levels just end abruptly, and a new one starts, which is exactly the same as the first, but the difficulty slowly goes up. This game needs ramming up the arse of an active volcano. It's a mountain of pig shit that doesn't warrant its massive retail price tag. If this was sold as a development cart for a low price, then I could overlook its faults. It looks and plays like some counterfeit crap, and I don't understand how anyone would have paid such a huge amount of cash for this on release. First Game, or Pong as we know it, is a game that actually works, and that says it all for this game. The worst and most basic game on the cart is actually the best one to play, and that says it all.